it no longer becomes about telling the story. It becomes about you living the story. And this is where transformation starts to happen in the work, right? In order for you to really live a character in this world on the stage, you have to be willing to transform a part of who you are. That doesn't mean you lose who you are. That doesn't mean you lose your individuality. That means now, as you expand and you broaden yourself as an actor, you no longer try to fit the character into who you are. Does that make sense? You don't try to morph the character so it's a comfortable fit for you. Yeah? You start to go upon a self-discovery road of where that human being lives within you. You start a self-discovery about what in you connects to these circumstances so your version of this human being can be born within you and then revealed and executed in the space. And this is where transformation starts to happen. And again, transformation is not about you becoming someone else. It's about you transforming your civilian life to fulfill the life that a writer has given you. And that's by a couple things. First of all, self-discovery, right? And self-exploration. It's a very scary process to go on that self-discovery journey and self-exploration journey, right? Because you have to find aspects within you that are uncomfortable. You have to find aspects within you that are your survival mechanism so you can relate to someone else's, yeah? But also, there's other tools that you can utilize, which we talked about. Observation. Observation gives you more permission and broadens your human condition vocabulary that you can utilize. Research, right? Taking in other art that viscerally affects you and feeds you, right? And then marrying all that into imagination. Now, in order for that transformation to happen, which is going to occur inevitably if you do the work, you have to start feeding the internal life. The more you feed the internal life, the more it justifies an external reality. This is the difference between acting a story and the ability to live a human being truthfully, viscerally, organically, with humanity, with respect, with authenticity. You have to feed that internal life. And in order for you to feed that internal life, you have to do the self-discovery that does it so you can connect to those circumstances. You have to keep digging and digging and digging in order to really find that inner reality that drives you to go after what that character is going after in relationship to the story, right? Not some like, oh, this is a moment, I'm organically doing this, I'm viscerally doing this, I'm instinctually doing this, and the story goes out the window. In relationship to the text. Now, and this is where it really starts getting a little bit intimidating, and it really starts getting a little bit like, oh shit, I really do have to do this work. And that's when you really think about what we're all doing, besides needs and besides wants. We're all surviving. We're all surviving. We each have our own story that has been created through our history of who we are, that has formulated the way that we go through life. Every single one of you has created character in your own life based on how you have chosen to survive your existence, based on everything that you have been through. So, why do we skip that step in our work? Why do we think we could just pick up a piece of paper and say the lines and instinctually just go through them? You skip an entire lifetime of what a human being has been through. So then what happens is you're only telling your own story based on your instincts, which is keeping it at such a shallow level. You subtract the humanity, the substance, the chemicalization of everything that a human being has been through that has taken them to that here and now moment, so you can then understand why what's going on internally does not always match what is happening externally. We create masks. We create tactics. We create roles. We create characterizations to get by in society. If you skip that step, you do yourself a massive disservice as an actor. True artistry comes from an ability to say, I will start where everyone else has finished. True artistry says, I will do the work to uphold humanity. That humanity comes to me to witness. That is your job as an actor, by starting to understand the full spectrum of that internal life and connecting to it by understanding the circumstances, and then finding with your heart, with your mind, with your soul, with your gut, why this man, why this woman is the way they are. That's when you leave judgment out of the equation. When you start to understand the history, judgment can't come into play. Why does a writer give us alcohol? Why does a writer give us a cigarette? Why does a writer give us drugs? Why does a writer give us violence? What are they using that as a survival tactic for? So we go deeper than just wants and needs. We go to a question of, how am I, me, the character, surviving? And how, me, the actor, how do I now give birth to this human being within me? It's not about me trying to get that character to fit into what's comfortable for me. That's where you start to morph the writing so it fits your idea and makes it comfortable for you. No, it should be scary every time you get a character, because you have to find what's written in you. And this is why you have to start understanding this from a profound level. Everything and anything is in you. That's the scary part of what we do. But the key to it is the understanding of what created that role. What history created that role. So you can leave that judgment out, and you can choose through artistry to bring that human being alive by understanding what he or she went through that made this person survive the way they are. With your characters now, how am I surviving? What has happened to me? And how do I get through this life? Based on everything that has gone on and the tools that I have developed so I can survive in this world. And I'm going to digest it, and then I'm going to use my blood, my sweat, my tears, my heart, my soul, my gut to show you this human being, to live this human being in honor of the people that are giving me their time. And that's the